This is Gabriel Gonzalez for Cageside Press here with the Bellator bantamweight champion who defends his title on May 17th in Paris, Patchy Mix, taking on Magomed Magomedov. Patchy, just was watching some interviews of yours, 11 days out from getting to Paris. I mean, how are you feeling? How's the camp been and everything else?
I feel good, man. The camp's been great. I did a lot, this camp. I've been training for the last like 10, 12 weeks for this guy specifically, nonstop, like 6 days a week. So 5, 6 days a week. So I feel good. I feel confident. And more importantly, I'm healthy. My body's healthy. I have no injuries and I'm just ready to get out to Paris, like you said, cut the weight and, just do my thing.
When it's a rematch like this, I try to relate it. How would I understand it? Does it feel like you're in school and it's a test you already took kind of deal? I mean, how do you even explain that when you talk about training for the same guy again with a full camp and everything that goes into it?
I just focus on myself, I guess, try over the past over the past, let's say, 15 fights, however many I've had, I kind of don't train for the specific opponent. I train for to be the best version of myself, and I feel that a lot of these guys can't survive me. So as long as I train to go out there and finish, whether that's putting the pressure on them, striking them, grappling them, however I choose to do it, I feel that not a lot of guys can survive it. So I just look at it as the same way, a new test actually, because I feel like he's going to bring new tools to the table. He's going to be aware of some of the things that I do, but I can finish him in multiple different ways. It's not just the guillotine that I have. So I'm looking forward to, solving this new puzzle, this new test that I have in front of me.
I'd like to go back a little bit. We haven't had a one-on-one since before you won the Grand Prix. And I had brought it up, you tweeted years ago, like, man, I'd like to make it to a point and I could provide for my family and things like that. You've got new contract. You won the tournament. We saw the big check with the
Yeah.
name Patchy Mix on it. I'd like to ask, is it what you imagined? Were you able to finally do those things that you'd been dreaming of to provide for yourself, for your family, for those closest to you with all the opportunities that have come for you?
Yeah, 100%. Now I have my family here. I'm not just in Vegas by myself. My mother and my brother live here now. I have more freedom to travel back, bring my family here. My sister, my brothers, they're well taken care of. My daughter's taken care of. It's everything that I did imagine, and it all changed with just one shot, the knockout Rufian Stotts, win $1 million. It's life-changing money. But what comes with that is now a responsibility to be the champion, a responsibility to go and fight Sergio Pettis and put your best foot forward, to go and win that. It's a responsibility now to go and win more fights. It's to hold this title and to be the champion that I know I can be, to live up to my potential and to not be fearful of my potential. Because now with what I've done comes with, great opportunity to, to not just change the life of my kids, but my kids' kids, and that's the opportunity that I have with the skills that I possess. So I'm trying to make sure I don't put them to waste and make sure that I take advantage of it. Not just win, those previous fights. I want to do better. I want to win these next 10 fights even more than that last one. Even more than that $1 million one.
Do you mind if I ask, how does the family and everyone react? Because obviously, you go through your life, they know you and all that, but now I'd assume when you go out in public, it has to happen like, yo, man, are you Patchy Mix? And maybe you're with your daughter or your parents, and it's like, how do they react to people wanting to stop and take pictures with you and all that?
My girl thinks I'm cooler. No, I'm just joking. I just play. No, 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 no.
As
No,
she should.
no. It's no different. Being a Bellator fighter, I guess I actually fly under the radar pretty well. I fly under the radar super well. So, I mean, it's like I get it a little bit, but not too much, not overwhelming. Just enough is where I could manage it and I like it. I enjoy it. It's not too overwhelming or it feels too uncomfortable.
Yeah, totally. The best of both worlds, I'd imagine. That's awesome.
Yeah,
There
for
was
sure.
one I had forgotten to ask you and I was going to. When you had that fight with Juan Archuleta, I noticed one of the things both of you guys had been part of King of the Cage for a minute. Were there ever any talks about you guys crossing paths back then? Because I know he was obviously jumping around for titles, but you were
Yeah, he
obviously
was.
doing your thing a lot then too.
Yeah, I was coming in. I was a little newer to the promotion. Had Juan been running it for a while. My first chance at gold, I think Juan had like 4 belts or something, or 3 belts, and he had been jumping around. He won a 35, 45, 55 pound belt. Then they had like 150 pound belt or something, like a
Oh
junior
wow.
lightweight title, and he went for that one. And I think I won the bantamweight title right as he was going to win that one. So we never really, after he won his fourth title, he just, he went and signed big. He went and got the Bellator contract and all that. And I think I was just, still in the few years behind him in King of the Cage, before I was able to catch up to him in Bellator, you know.
Gotcha. And well, look, things play out the way they're meant to, as they would say, right? And here
Yeah,
we are. Um,
100%. Yeah, me and him trained together when I first went to Jackson's. Then we ended up fighting. And then shit, we ended up training together last year again when I was getting ready for I was getting ready for someone, I think Stas, and he was getting ready for some fight in Japan. I happened to be in California and we ended up training together again. So, no ill will towards him. I feel, we both competed in a good 25-minute fight and it helped improve both of our games.
I agree. Both of you guys after that fight, just honestly, I think just kept on rolling. I think it's really great to see. I know you're asked about her a lot. I would like to frame it a little differently because I think we are a lot closer to it. What would it mean to you in 2024, both you and Tatiana holding world titles? You obviously have a strap right now, and I think most people would say she's next up to fight for a belt too in UFC.
Yeah, I think it's even more important than mine right now, Um, meaning that I've already won it. I won my world title last year in April. I got to feel that. I got to feel it again against Pettis. I'm gonna feel it again against Maga in 2 weeks. So I think I'm more anticipated to see hers. I want her to. She's had such a long journey. A long time. It's a crazy story. If you watch the Unbreakable documentary, and on HBO, you can watch her story. It's an amazing story, and just to see her, to be a part of it, a small part of it at that, it'll be a special thing for her when she wins that title. So I'm more anticipating. I'm even almost more looking forward to that. This year, 2024, for her to be a world champion and to her to prove to herself, what we already know. We already know she's great, and I'm just talking about her team, her family, the people that love her and she loves. We know how great she is. So it'll be a long time coming for her when she wins that belt, and well, without a doubt, I believe that she will.
No, I mean, I think a lot of us are looking forward to it. We know it's a great match, and obviously, I've told you before, a lot of the fans obviously love watching you guys play out on social media, of course. I got one for you. The fans, and we brought this up, I brought it up in Vegas. The fans just want to see more patchy mix. They want to see bigger things. They want to see new things, how far you could take it. I think you understand this. Maybe they're
Yeah,
not
no.
feeling as much the rematch with Magomed because we've seen it before, obviously. But,
Yeah.
like when you think about that, what are some of the things you would like to see? Do you think it might be jump in weight class potentially? Would it be maybe someone hits free agency and they bring them over? What do you think it would be that really continues to push it forward? Because as you've talked about it before, you fought these top guys already at Bellator.
Man, it's whatever they want. I just want to put out for the fans and give people a show. I'm excited for that. I don't know, I don't really know. I guess money and competition excites me, but I'm climbing the same mountain I already climbed, like you said. So I could see how it would feel for some fans to, it's something that they've seen before, but it's my job. It's up to me to go out there and prove in 2 weeks that I can prove to them that I have skills that they have not seen me possess. So I'm gonna go out there and use my deadliest techniques and prove why I'm dangerous. The most dangerous bantamweight in the world. Prove why I'm the best. But over time, I'm open for anything, whether that's going up a weight class, whether that's hopping in tournaments, whether that's fighting the hardest free agent that they could fucking find, whatever it takes. whatever it takes to, prove how special I am, prove that I'm different.
Do you ever let yourself think about, man, I hope they add both Francis and Jake Paul to a pay-per-view so I could be on an event like that? Or do you just like, you know what, that's too many what ifs. Whenever they call me, I'm gonna be on that card.
I wish that they added those guys to an event so that their fan bases can see just how special I am. That's the only reason why. If you, it's that's the only reason why. That would be the reason why I would do that
Fair
or feel
enough,
that
fair
way, should
enough.
I say?
I'm with it. I'm with it. Two more before I let you go. I see the hat. Are we hoping for a comeback in the Super Bowl next year over there, Patchy, for the Niners?
No, I just like the hat, man. I'm a Buffalo Bill. I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. Avid fit Bills fan. My girl bought me this as a gift, so I figured I'd wear it in my media day here.
Smart decision, I gotta say.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't want to, I don't want to piss the old lady off.
of course, man. You know what? Smart in the cage and out of it. I respect it. Finally,
Yeah,
man, let the fans know how's Patchy Mix getting the job done against Magomedov.
I get it done in, as crazy as it sounds, in my professional career, I've never won by the same way 2 times in a row. So, I think that snaps on May 17th. I think I do what I normally do. I think I take his back and I strangle him. I think I take his back, I get underneath his neck, and I rear naked choke him, and I finish him.
I mean, I think a lot of fans are looking forward to seeing you out there again, so we appreciate the time. Best of luck, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, Patchy Mix taking on Magomed Magomedov, defending the title on May 17th in Paris. Watch it on Max on Bellator. You guys are not going to want to miss it.